Hey everybody, hope you had a good 4th of July. Oh man, I got some stuff on my phone. Give me a sec. There we go, that's a little better. This is one of the first extended periods I've had on the property in a couple months. I've been working a whole lot. On the days I have off, I pretty well just have to sit in the AC and recoup. So I did that over the holiday weekend. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July. I've been running around gathering material because I got a few days. I'm gonna take this week to use some of this dry, hot weather. It's over 100 here today. It's not too bad in the shade, and there's at least a little breeze, but it's actually gotten hot here. We're in an excessive heat advisory for the next few days, but that's good for concrete and painting and a lot of stuff. So I got all sorts of material today, so I'm going to kind of go over it all, and then we'll see if I separate videos or what I do, but we'll start here. I burnt my last pump up, so instead of going back to Harbor Freight, I went ahead and got on Amazon. Got one that's a little bit more expensive. This one's cool because it's got a pressure switch, so that means that I can put my valve on it, and whenever I'm taking a shower, in order to save water, I can actually close that valve once I'm wet, and this has an automatic switch in it that'll turn it off once it gets to a certain pressure. So that way I can plug it in. I don't have to mess with any electrical while I'm wet or anything crazy like that. Plug it in and get the pressure built up, turn on the shower. It'll keep up and run until I kill it. So I got the valve, and my little, basically this shower arm goes into this guy, and then I need to step it up to 3/4 in order to go into the valve. And then what I'm gonna do is just kind of redneck it up. I'm gonna run a piece of 3/4 down here to the bottom. I got a hose over there. I'm just gonna cut it and put a couple clamps on it over the pipe, and that ought to work just fine for what I'm doing. It's all kind of a temporary deal. And I got a little cheap shower head, low flow. So that's all the plumbing stuff. That may be something I mess with today, because this tank's full of water now. So the idea is you mount the pump to that board. This little contraption hooks to the pump and goes down in that big red hole there. I may end up in the future drilling a hole or something like that, but for now I can just take the lid off and it'll be fine. It'll come out of the pump, go through the hose, hit the pipe, go up, boom, shower. They happen to have a little bit of Lucas at the hardware store I was at today, so I'm going to throw that in the 4-wheeler. It's running good. I just don't know when the last time it had a fuel treatment is. And what I like about Lucas is this is a non-solvent, so it's not like an octane booster as much as anything. It actually kind of gets in there and lubricates some stuff that you could otherwise not get to. And I got some marking paint, because for the last 2 days I've been trying to cut some 4-wheeler trails through here. And even though I know the property and I've been here for 4 months and I've walked every bit of it, when you get on this 4-wheeler and you start trying to take the same path, I mean, as grown up as everything is, you just kind of get lost. So I find myself going a different way every time. So I got some marking paint. That way, once I find a line that I like, I can kind of hit some of the trees, remind myself where I'm turning, and it'll eventually wear off. That way, you know, I'm not tearing up the entire woods, just driving through everything. Plus, there's a lot of down trees, and sometimes you get in some spots where that thing is awesome. It will go over about a 10-inch tree without an issue, other than jarring you around a little bit, but the 4-wheeler doesn't have a problem doing it. All right, then I got my 3.5-inch screws and 6 4x4s. Those are the posts for the shed over here. You can see the 6 bags of concrete. I only have 4 holes dug. I made a mistake, put the posts right where my post needs to be, so I'm gonna do these 4 posts, get the strings out of the way, and then I can lay the last 2 out just from where the 4 posts are sitting. And then I got a deal today. I was gonna grab just a gallon of paint, and a gallon of exterior paint was about 30 bucks. I happened to be sitting there, and the guy working there was like, "Hey, you need some cheap paint?" And I was like, "Yeah, as long as it's exterior." And he said, "Awesome, we got this interior exterior paint that's random colors, and it's recycled paint, and if you're just using it for something, you know, that doesn't matter what color it is, this is great." So I got that 5-gallon bucket for 70 bucks. I was about to pay 30 for 1 gallon, so glad he spoke up. Cheap set of brushes, and then what I did is I got, they call this a cut-in can, but it's basically just an unused paint can. The cool thing about that is I can fill it up about halfway, 3/4, and then close my 5-gallon bucket, because that's going to just kind of be universal paint for around here. We get so much moisture. Even though this is treated, I'm going to paint them. For the starts, I'll probably just paint the bottoms that's going in the concrete, and then deal with painting the rest of it later when it's not on the ground. But that will give me, you know, any little extra helps out here. As far as like painting, it's going to seal it in. Bugs won't get to it. Moisture won't get to it. Even the moisture in the concrete won't get to it. And it'll just kind of seal my posts in so that they last longer. I can't say how long. I'd like to say probably about 10 years. More out of these guys. So yeah, that's the plan. We're getting to where it's about 1 o'clock today, so we're in the heat of the day. I am probably not going to do any of the hard stuff today. I'll mix concrete and set these posts in the morning. I'm probably going to go ahead and paint the bottoms and get those drying, so I can just, you know, get in here while it's a little cooler and get these 4 posts set. But yeah, things are moving around. The only fail I had today was I was gonna go get 3 burn barrels. I'm gonna cut one up into little fire rings so that I can burn the stumps out of my driveway. Things like, just get rid of stumps really is what those will be for. And then have 2 burn barrels, one I can put at the home site and one that sits up here right around where we are. Because, you know, with the heat and the dryness and the leaves and the woods, I can have a fire as long as I'm going to sit there and watch it. But, you know, it's not like when it's hot like this, I don't want to just stand by a burn barrel all day. It'd be nice, I could get rid of a lot more of this brush if I have something safe where, you know, I can throw some cardboard, leaves, and brush in there, get it lit, let it get to where it's just kind of burnt down and not throwing a bunch of shit out, and then I can walk away and go do something else. But the place I know to get barrels, I went up there, and I guess the guy wasn't home. It's like a never-ending yard sale that I pass every day. He wasn't out there, and I wasn't going to stand in the heat for too much longer, and the farm store doesn't carry them. So it was one goal I had today that did not get accomplished, but it's neither here nor there. I wasn't going to burn today anyways. I got too much other stuff going on. So yeah, there will be a couple more videos. Other than that, things are going about the same here. I've got the 4-wheeler. That helps a lot. You know, I didn't have to carry that concrete all the way over there by hand today. I had to unload it, but I was able to move all 6 bags in one shot, and that thing's already helping save my back quite a bit. I lift heavy stuff a lot, and this just gets to take a little bit of it off of me. But that's the update. Bunch of buildings about to go on, so I will probably put this video up separate, and then I may get that shower done today, just because it sure would be nice to have one in this heat. It's going to be hot water at this point, but that's okay. But it's something kind of light duty I can do while it's this hot and not kill myself out here. But anyways, I just figured to show. Oh, and then this is my pile of 2x6 I scored off of a job. So these are going to be the walls, and hopefully there's enough to do the roof of this shed. And then I'll just have to buy siding and metal, and that'll be done all the way. Maybe some pallets for the inside. It's going to be dirt floor, but it's all starting to get sitting here and staged up. And a 5-gallon bucket for 70 bucks is pretty cool, because before I even moved here, it was my intention to get 5 gallons of cheap paint and be able to use it to preserve some of my lumber. And now that just kind of fell in my lap today. So anyway, I'm gonna hang out for a little bit and then decide which project I want to get at first. So y'all have a good day.